Hole 1 par 4. Here I'm going to show you my opponent's approach because on my drive I went into the rough, so I just took the birdie and saved the hole. But having a look at my opponent here, he's using navigator with extra mile 8, max toss spin, 1 left spin, and yeah, max top, that is 6 bars. Then it reduces to 4.5 bars. 1 left spin is consistent, and I guess he just eyeballed that, but I would play the drive at max plus 10%. Half ball left curl.
Great shot!
He hits a great right. But still he's safe, so perfect would have been even safer, I would say. Now looking at the second shot, we have a almost I would say a little more cross than Tailwind, but you see he tries many areas to rectify the glitchy ball guideline. So to make it even simpler, I would say take your bounce on the green itself and adjust with the backspin and the side spin. Most likely it will be side spin left. Do not go with side spin right, or you will be adjusting on the fringe. So he's also taking bounce on the green, and adjustment I wasn't really sure of what he did there, but I would play this one medium distance plus 10%, or I would say
Perfect
club
shot!
distance at 10%, which will come out to be medium distance plus 10 in most
Nice
of the
on!
cases. Hole number 2, here I'm playing with a sniper level 8 and a titan ball. It is more like a Tommy's approach, I would say here. In the beginning, I see the red ring by the rough, keep the ball guideline through the hole. Then I adjust for the spins here. For this hole in one, I used 3 back spin and 0.2 left spin. As you can see, 0.1 to 0.2 left spin, ball guideline in middle of the dark green column there on the left of the pin. And I played this one maximum distance plus 20%. You can use a kingmaker ball if you want to cut down the wind even further.
Perfect shot!
And we will drop for a sweet hole in one. Although on the right side, but a drop is a drop, so
Hole in one!
hole 3 par 5. Here we have a send-it tailwind. If you have higher level clubs, Apocalypse 5-6, Berserker ball, or Dead ball, like par 5 and 0, you can try to go onto the next fairway straight. But in our case, we are playing with low level clubs and free to play balls. So extra mile level 7, max toss spin. And I'm not sure if I did 1 left spin or 2 left spin, so just keep that in check. Elevation, I played max plus 15%, a little extra than 10% because of the tailwind. We don't want to, directly land in the rough. Left curl almost touching the inner wall. Hit a perfect shot. And we make a very good distance. For shot number 2, I'm using my big dog level 7. You can play with the Cataclysm or any other power wood club. 179, 180 yards is needed here to get easily onto the green for a safe eagle. Max toss spin, and first I use half bar right spin and then I change it to 1 bar right spin. See 1 bar there. Adjustment, maximum distance without any elevation, so the max plus 0. And here I push 1.5 rings, but I would recommend pushing 1 ring instead, because you will see we will take a nice bounce on the rough, roll through, but get onto the rough on the top.
Perfect shot!
Following up on my previous shot, like I said, you need to push up one ring. Do not push 1.5 rings, because either you will be in the rough like me, or maybe, not even clip the rough and, just like get into the bunker or somewhere. But to be safe, one ring push up. Now, if you are in the rough like I am here, the regular safe approach, keeping the ball guideline to the pin and about half green squared through the hole, like you see there. And from this distance, even a great shot would drop, but obviously we will try to hit a perfect.
Perfect shot.
Perfect for a sweet eagle.
Eagle.
Hole number 4, here we have a cross headwind. I would highly recommend, if you have a power 3 wind 4 or power 3 wind 5 ball, which you can use, then it would be even better to cut down the wind less than what a kingmaker can. And the fault I made here, that I kept the red ring by the rough, half of the red ring by the rough there, as you can see, and I increased the topspin. So what I want you guys to do is to keep the inner ring, the green ring, by the rough, and play this one 1:1+1. If you are a little skeptical about my adjustment, you can obviously go in the practice arena, use 1 token and try out this shot. But if I were to replay this again, and if I got an opportunity, I would keep the inner ring by the rough.
Perfect shot.
You see, we bounce way back, so that was not something I really wanted. So a little tweak,
Nice
and
on.
we will be close for a hole-in-one, if not hole-in-one. Hole 5, par 4. Here we have a send it. Wouldn't really say a complete send it wind, but a cross tailwind. You can use maybe like a power 3 ball with a high level club, but since it's my baby account, I'm using Apocalypse level 7 with a Titan ball. With a Katana ball. Max toss spin and about 1 right spin there. Blue ring by the rough, adjusting for max plus 10%. You will go in between clubs, so that is totally fine. That's what we want to do, because we want to be in the minimum distance range of our long iron.
Great shot.
Try to hit perfect. I hit a great left, but I was still safe. Shot number 2. Here, like, we wanted to be at minimum distance of our long iron, and hence we were. Keeping the yellow ring by the rough there, half of the yellow ring inside the green and some portion inside the rough. Adjusting with the spins. About 2.3 left spin and some toss spin. Keeping the ball guideline favoring the left edge of the cup. See? Not exactly left edge, but a little to the left. And I played this one minimum distance plus 10% with 25% slider. And all you need to do is hit perfect.
Perfect shot. Eagle.
Hole 6, par 5. Now this hole is like on 90% of the cases is approach from the left side, the straight approach. So if you have a higher level club with a power 5 ball, then you go straight. If not, then you can try this approach, because I did not want to lose like the eagle opportunity completely by going into the rough or the sand. So I went this route. 2 right spin, max toss spin. About, I would say 1/3, no, a little less, maybe 1/8 of the red ring inside the rough on the right. Max plus 10% and you hit
Perfect shot.
Now you can see we went a little short on the drive. Maybe we could have added like 0.5 toss spin more if we had on us. Now for second shot, we have a crosswind. With the looks, it's more like a cross headwind. So I went on the right side using max toss spin and 2 right spin on my big dog level 7. Yellow ring by the rough, adjusting for maximum distance with no elevation. And then I will use full possible right curl.
Great shot.
We'll take the bounce from the rough and roll through into the green. Now for the eagle approach, I would say I'm pretty satisfied with the elevation I play. And the only thing went wrong in my opinion was the offset. Max backspin and almost 2 bars of left spin. See, I kept my ball guideline favoring on the right edge of the cup, but I would say maybe you need to offset a little extra, maybe like 0.5 green square to the right. Elevation, minimum distance plus 15%. 10% is not there. I am using 15 just because we are playing with a crosswind. So added 5% there.
Perfect shot.
But as you can see, our second, third bounce will be very close to the pin. See, very close. So maybe a little more offset,
Nice on.
and you will have a good chance for the eagle. Next one is a par 3, hole 8 par 3. Here we have almost tailwind, straight tailwind. So I'm going to use 0.5 backspin here. Red ring by the rough at plus 1 yard mark. 0.5 backspin there. Plus 1 yard mark, red ring by the rough. Ball guideline in between on the joining line of the dark and the light green columns. Elevation, maximum distance plus 20%. Now the reason why this one did not drop is because I hit a great shot, but unlike me, you will most likely hit a perfect shot.
Great shot.
See a great shot there. Speed is nice, elevation is nice. Had I hit perfect, I would have been very close.
Nice
if not
on.
dropping it for the hole. Hole number 8. This is a par 4 with a very good eagle opportunity both on the front and the back 9. Max toss spin 4.5 bars and 2 bars of right side spin. The ball guideline about 1 to 2 yards on the left of the rough there. Elevation max plus 10%, and then you push it to max. Inner wall right curl.
Perfect shot.
Target should be somewhere like 345 to 350 yards here. Shot number 2, since we have cross headwind, I added 5% more to the elevation. Usually it is played at 10%, but I play this one at 15%. White ring by the fringe, starting with the fringe there. And I use like 0.2 topspin here. So this is where I went wrong because I came in hot and hit the pin. Elevation was medium distance plus 15%. You need to keep the ball guideline in line of the pin, but you need to tweak the spins here, especially the backspin. You do not want to come in very hot here like I did.
Perfect shot.
See, we come in line, we hit the pin, and then bounce off. So maybe 1 or half bar
Nice
backspin,
on.
and you will have a good chance for dropping this one for an eagle. Hole 9 par 5, straight tailwind. We are going to play this one for a safe eagle. Of course, you can push the drive hard, power slice, power hooks with the Apocalypse and a Win 5 ball, but here just trying to play it safe. Half of the red ring inside the rough on the left. 2 left spin and 3 toss spin. Adjusting this one for maximum distance plus 10%. Covering the inner and the outer wall, almost half inside it.
Great shot.
Try to hit perfect. Shot number 2. Our aim is to have the second bounce clearly over the rough there. So we will adjust the spins accordingly. In my case, it was about, I would say, 3 topspin to 2.8 to 3 topspin. You can use any topspin there, but make sure your bounce is clearly over the green. Adjusting this one for maximum distance plus 5%. And all you need to do is hit a perfect shot. No need of any curl whatsoever.
Perfect shot.
Nice perfect shot. We take a sweet bounce and at a very sweet position for an easy putt.
Nice on.
Hole 10, par 4. Cross headwind. I was first gonna play it with the Titan, but then I had to change to the Kingmaker to cut the wind. Full toss spin 4.5 bars and 2 bars of left spin. See right there, almost half of the red ring inside the rough at plus 15 yard mark. Adjusting for max plus 10%. Now you see we do go about 1 ring into OP, but I will use a little more OP to have more distance. Water ball to the left and almost max overpower.
Perfect shot.
Now from the looks of it, you can use maybe 2.5 left spin if you want to be even more secure. Shot number 2 for the eagle. Here I played medium distance plus 10% with 60% slider. However, I would recommend to not use any slider whatsoever. I mean, in my knowledge and according to my knowledge, I would say slider is not really necessary, but if you feel, and if I'm wrong, then please, you do use the slider. Now, I play medium distance plus 10% with 60% slider, but you just play it medium distance 10% or club distance at 10%. And keep the ball guideline in line of the pin and try to hit perfect. In my opinion, I hit a perfect
Perfect
In my
shot.
opinion, with the use of the slider, I adjusted a little over and missed on the left. So true club
Nice on.
plus 10% elevation. Next is a par 3, that is hole 11, cross headwind here. Again, using the same approach I used on hole number 2. Red ring by the rough, then we adjust for the spins. Here I adjusted a little less right spin. I would recommend going with 0.5 to 1 bar of right spin depending on your wind strength. 2.9 backspin. Elevation was the same, max plus 20%. Once again, I went with a little less right spin. You go with 0.5 to 1 bar of right spin. Again, depending on your wind strength. If you have higher wind, then you go with 1, maybe 0.8.
Perfect shot.
In my opinion, I guess 0.5 to 0.7 bars of right spin would have been sufficient here to drop this one for a hole-in-one.
Nice on.
Hole 12, par 5. Here we have a tailwind. Again, if you have a higher level club and a berserker ball or like a power 5 and 0 ball to spare, you can directly attempt to go onto the next island. Trying to play safe here. full toss spin, 2 left spin, max plus 10%. However, what I do wrong here is I use a little too much left curl. I should have
Great shot!
played this one with half a ball of left curl, but I use almost 1 bar left curl, and as a result we take that glitch roll and roll into the rough on the top. Now if you are on the green, one thing you will do, the only thing you will do in my opinion, is use the power wood club, big dog or cataclysm, use the top spin and appropriate side spin, and just take the bounce onto the rough and roll towards the pin for a safe eagle.
Great shot!
But here we were in the rough, so I just use max top spin, get into the short iron range. Shot number 3 for the eagle. Again, if you are in this range like I am, into the rough and then in the short iron range, then this is how you can play it. Keeping my bounce on the fringe, using appropriate spins, max backspin and about 1.5 left spin, aligning the ball guideline in line of the pin, as you can see there. And elevation, I played medium distance plus 10%. But once again, try to not use more curl on the drive, so you will be on the green. Then the second shot will be way easier with the power wood club. But again, for reference, if you get into the short iron range like I am here, I played medium distance plus 10%. All you need to do is hit perfect.
Perfect shot!
And you will drop for a sweet eagle.
Eagle!
Next part 3, hole 13 part 3 is the money drop if you do the adjustments correct and if you just hit perfect. 1 toss spin and I would say 0.5 left spin. Maybe 0.4 to 0.5 left spin here. It looks more like 0.4 in my case. Red ring almost by the fringe, with the white ring by the bunker on the right at plus 1 yard mark. Now adjustment is pretty easy, 1:1. It's a straight pull, do not try to have any like 1201 or 1159, just a regular straight pull. And all you will need to do is hit perfect. You can use a wind 4 ball to reduce the wind even further.
Perfect shot!
Then you will have to adjust less rings. Here we take a nice bounce for a sweet hole in 1.
Hole in 1!
This is the drive on hole 14 par 5. Sorry, hole 14 par 4. Of course, if you have higher level apocalypse or apocalypse level 4, you can use that instead of the big topper, but since we have low level clubs, I'm using big topper level 4. 1/3, like almost half the ring of half blue ring inside the rough on the left at max position. We do not adjust anything. Max left spin 2 bars and max possible toss spin. Full left curl.
Great shot!
Try to hit perfect. I hit a great left. And you will make a very sweet distance here for an easy chip with the wedge. Hole 16 part 3, crosswind here. I tried the same approach as I did on the front 9 on hole 7. This time I used some right spin as well to neglect the effect of the crosswind we have from right to left. But I guess maybe I should have used 1 bar, maybe if not 1, maybe like 0.9 to 1 bar of right spin here. Elevation was the same, max plus 10%, and you would want to push the rings here instead to pull, because you will have trees while adjusting the rings. So in order to avoid that, try to push the rings instead. Again, use maybe like 0.9 to 1.2 bars of right side spin,
Perfect shot.
because we missed this one 2 green squares to the left of the pin. So a little more right spin and we could have been close for a hole in one.
Nice on.
Hole 17, par 4. Crosswind here, using max topspin, max right spin on my Titan ball, along with extra mile level 7. Like on the front 9, keeping the ball guideline about 1 to 2 yards left of the rough there, max plus 10, and then you push to max. Oh, in this case I did not push to max, but you can push to max if you would like.
Perfect shot.
Inner wall right curl. I guess if you push to max you will make even more distance. Second shot, I played this one medium distance plus 10% elevation. Now, very important thing, you need to adjust the back spins and the spins according with your ball guideline in line of the pin. Red ring by the fringe there, almost by the fringe. Once again, medium distance plus 10%. And you try to hit perfect.
Perfect shot.
Perfect shot, and we drop for a sweet eagle.
Eagle.
Final one, hole 18, par 5. Here we have a tailwind again, using extra mile with Titan ball, 3 top spin, 2 left spin. Half of the red ring inside the rough on the left. Adjusting max plus 10%. Here we adjust. A little more than half ball left curl.
Great shot.
I hit a great left. You would want to hit perfect, but a great left was safe as well. Shot number 2 will be played with a powered wood club, Cataclysm or the big dog. You can play with a sniper if you want, but I would say play with a power wood club so you have more distance and you don't need to apply any kind of overpower if needed. Again, same as the front 9, you need your second bounce over the rough there, so the spins would vary. See, second bounce over the rough. Adjusted this one for max distance without any elevation. And all you need to do is hit perfect.
Great shot.
Now you will see we'll come a little close to the rough, but again, you can go with maybe 2.7 topspin if you want. You just want to be clear of the rough there.